It is a great joy to be standing in your presence today, to worship with you, fellowship, and to share in the discussion that we had. And getting right down to it, like I said, not a sermon, not nearly as close to, as long as I would like to. When I watch innocent black people murdered on social media, as a black man, as a human being, I am brokenhearted. My emotions sometimes go from angry to sad in a few seconds. I see the Say Their Name campaigns, and I can't seem to muster it in my spirit to even utter their names. So I could not even imagine how the family of the victims may feel. I often liken it to someone seeing his or her daughter raped, and the rapist goes free. And the reason why the rapist went free is because in the video which captured the rape, they said, "I know you wanted this." As I watched CNN last night, and when they called out the states that were supporting Donald Trump, my emotions fluctuated in the very same way. And in the midst of my bipolar emotion, I heard the Lord say, regardless to who wins, I am still in control. As a messenger from the Lord, I say to you today,
yes,
no matter how bad things may seem at times, we cannot give up. As a people of color, we cannot give up. As people of different religions, we cannot give up. Of people of different sexual orientations, we cannot give up. As people who immigrated to this country for a better opportunity, for ourselves and for our families, we cannot give up. We cannot give up in pursuing justice and pulling down the system of oppression in this world. Just as the color of my skin makes me who I am, my belief and faith in the power of Jesus Christ gives me strength to continue carry on. It was the English theologian Charles Spurgeon that said, faith and reason may be compared to two travelers. Faith is like a man in full health, or a woman, who can walk his or her 20 or 30 miles at a time without suffering. Reason is like a little child who can only, with difficulty, accomplish 3 or 4 miles. An instance takes place when faith and reason went on a journey together. And this journey was meant for faith alone. But reason begged him to come along. So faith, being the type of person he or she was, decided to let him come along. And on the journey, faith and reason were captured in the sub-Saharan region of Africa and sold into slavery. For 300 years, reason begged faith to kill him because he saw his daughters raped and his sons forced to kill each other. Reason believed that slavery would last for all eternity, but faith reassured him every day for 300 years that it would end eventually. Faith said to reason, we do not have time to die. It will take all of our time to fight this system of slavery for our children's sake. As the journey continued, they came to the mountains of systemic oppression, and reason begged fate to just go around, because he did not want to go through the stress and trouble of climbing the mountain. He did not want to lose his endorsements. He did not want to lose the job that he had worked oh so hard to acquire. Fate declared that he was not going to spend another 300 years going around these mountains, that he was going to go straight up to the mountaintop, and from there, reason will be able to see the promised land. And then he might be able to see why fate will always carry on. So fate looked at reason, and he said, because I cannot leave you behind, get on my back, and I will carry you up to the mountaintop, so that you may see the promised land, flowing with milk and honey. So that when you would know, getting there is not impossible. So fate carried reason up the mountaintop. But he did realize that sometimes reason is excess baggage. And whether you're Christian, Muslim, Jew, black, white, gay, straight, police officer, or criminal, although reason might say things will never get better in this country, although reason might say that we will never be able to find homes for all the homeless people that are out there, and enough food to feed those that are hungry, although reason might say that my children would not be able to walk down the street without being fearful of being shot down by both cop and criminal alike, although reason might tell me after the election of Donald J. Trump that our country is going to be set back another 300 years, and the people of marginalized group will be set back another 300 years. My fate tells me there will come a day where this nation will rise up and live out the truth that all men and women were created equal. My fate tells me there will come a day that there will be no man or woman hungry, no person left homeless, no person without a meal. My fate tells me there will come a day that my people will no longer have to live the American nightmare, but will be able to bask in what we know as the American dream. God has always stood in opposition to those who oppress others. The Bible declares in Isaiah 10, "Do to you who legislate evil, who make laws that make victims, laws that make misery for the poor, that rob my penniless people of dignity, exploiting defenseless widows, taking advantage of the homeless children." What will you have to say on Judgment Day? When doomsday arrives out of the blue, who will you get to help you? A sorry sight you will be then, cuddled with the prisoners, or just like some corpse stacked in the streets. Even after all of this, God is still angry. His fist still raised, ready to hit them again. My reason and emotion makes me feel like America will never change. But my faith tells me God can't change America. It tells me that God can't change this little Son.
Amen.
In the grand scheme of things, considering all that our people have been through, the election of Donald J. Trump, very minor. But with that being said, we still have a lot of work to do. The journey is ours to travel.